Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and yes, I am back at Teamsport Acton for two tough sessions of qualifying and then a race. Now hopefully I can come out on top and win these two sessions. It's going to be quite hard because I haven't been here for quite a while, so hopefully we can do that and win. If you haven't already, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by maybe June or July, so that'd be amazing. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Now, since this is a qualifying session, I want to go for the fastest lap time in order to start first for the race. So I don't want to be battling many people, as I'll just lose time and it won't benefit me in any way, as I won't get any places from it or any rewards from doing that. So for this, I want to just try and get as many drivers out of the way and try and put in some really good laps. Now throughout this video, I've been using the boost button down the ramp, and it's actually been catching many drivers off guard, and I feel like I'm gonna keep on doing that until I find a better solution for using the boost. See, I usually use it down the straight, but for this session and the next, I'm gonna be using it down the ramp in order to just see the difference and see how many overtakes I can gain from it. So as we go into this next lap, we're slowly catching this driver ahead of us, and we're just trying to keep it as neat as possible and really just put some good laps in, because it is quite cold as it's still January and the track temperatures have not been improving very much. So we have to somehow wait for the summer, and hopefully the track temperatures will be more stickier and grippier, and hopefully we can get in some really good fast laps like 22.6 and 5s hopefully. Now up ahead, I see this driver go extremely wide as a cadet forced them off, and I nearly went into the back of this cadet. Thankfully though, I didn't, and just evaded him at the last second. I really shouldn't have gone down the inside there, but I saw him go down, so I just went for the move. So now we're slowly catching this driver, and now I was thinking of using my boost button down this ramp. So we perfect this exit and we use the boost button. However though, we're not close enough yet, and we have to wait another lap. I actually did not use the boost button down that ramp. I think I might have used it before the last lap, and I might not use it at the right area, as the boost button comes every 20 seconds, so you don't want to press it at the wrong time because there's only 3-second boost. So here I use the boost and I'm ducking my head a bit, and I actually just go for the dive bomb and manage to get it done. However though, the issue with using the boost down the ramp is that you become a sitting duck on the straight, and you have to go really defensive and don't go wide on the penultimate corner here. Now I actually managed to keep it really steady there, and I now hold the place. Now going on to the next couple of laps, I slowly catch this driver ahead of me, who I want to try and overtake as quick as possible, but still use them as a slipstream for this lap. So as we turn here, we're actually closing up pretty much here. I think my car had much more power going up the ramps, as I was able to catch them. But here there's a cadet driver ahead of him, which might have slowed his exit speed. And here I found a perfect pocket and just go for the dive bomb at the same place where I overtook the last driver. However though, I still faced the same issue, but this time I actually managed to hold it. So the next lap, I catch up to this driver, and this is probably the weirdest overtake I've ever done. So as we turn into this corner, I catch him a lot, but he looks behind and goes ultra defensive for literally no reason, and I just overtake him around the corner. I was so confused, and then guys there on the left. But that was just the weirdest overtake. I've never seen someone go that defensive. And to be honest, they had a bit of a gap, so they could have just kept on the racing line and I still wouldn't have caught them. But there we go. If we overtake someone, we overtake someone. Now behind me is Guy Williams, and he's had many track records on this track, and he's probably the most experienced driver who's ever touched this track. Now he's very good and he was catching me a lot. However though, there wasn't much left on the session and it sadly ended. Unfortunately, he overtook me during the yellow lights, which wasn't nice, but thankfully though, I managed to get his first place, and that's a P1, which was actually pretty good considering it was pretty cold on the track. Now me and Guy just had a little bit of tomfoolery, and he was getting stuck in the, as you can see, I'm trying to force him into the barrier, so he just gets away, you know. Anyways, here's my reaction to getting the time.
See, yeah, we won. We won only by a bit. 23.438. Well, I mean, I practiced some overtaking, which is good. But yeah, we'll take that. After we haven't been here for a few weeks. Yeah, catch you guys in the next one.
Now for the race, I have a new car, and I'm not sure if this car was driven on the day, so I had to do an intense tire heating session. And I think the people behind me were thinking I was crazy or something, because I was absolutely going ballistic with this. So I was heating them up so I could have more grip for the start, and hopefully I can stay in first. Now unfortunately, Guy wanted me to start on the outside to see if I could win the race from there. Now I actually slowed down a lot, so the people behind me can't really warm up their tyres, and I can just do that. So I go for an insane drifting session down this ramp, and I just send it into these straights and corners. Now the lineup for this grid was actually pretty bad. I was literally next to the person second, and they were almost guaranteed to take first place off me. But nevertheless, I'm still going to see if I can come out on top and win this race. So now I'm just waiting for the lights to go green, and hopefully we get a good start and win the session. And we're off. We get an alright start, but the person in the inside just sent it. No matter if I was there or not, he still would have probably got it. But for some reason I used my boost and nearly go around the whole of him. But unfortunately there just isn't enough space, so I have to settle for second place. However though, my exit isn't good and he's managed to get away a bit. I tell the people from behind to let's just focus and try and overtake him. But here he just uses the boost, and since I used it going up the ramp, I don't have anything to defend myself. And here I go really wide, I lose the back 2 tyres, which results in this driver on my inside overtaking me, and even just puts me into the wall, which was a nice tool. I don't know if it was deliberate or not, but it seemed like it during the race, because he did that to me a couple of times. But now I have to try and catch back up to these 2 ahead of me, who are putting in a really good job of trying to not let me past. But I knew they'd start battling, and I knew I was faster than them since I out-qualified them, so it was just a matter of time. Here I close up a lot, and for some reason I just go for the move down the inside and manage to get it done. I also use the boost going down this ramp. However though, it's not over yet. This driver sends it down the inside and spins me for no reason. I was so annoyed. You don't know how angry I was. He was probably just a bit annoyed that I overtook him, and he just wanted to get back at me. So there was no space there, and it was not a safe move. Thankfully though, Guy put me back into third place, which is nice. But I was just really annoyed during that whole session, because he just put me into the walls, and I was like, why did you do that? Anyways though, we settle back for third, and it's about to be chaos when the lights go. It goes to green, I catch all these guys not looking at the lights, but I just let them pass because it just wouldn't be fair. Here I almost get forced into the barriers, and I somehow end up in 5th place. So now I've got even more work to do. This driver on my inside comes and overtakes me. However though, I have that boost and just use it and get the overtake done. And I could see the 2 drivers ahead of me battling it out. So now we have to try and catch these guys. The driver on the inside gets the move done. If I didn't go defensive on that turn, I may have overtaken this driver ahead of me. But here I have to go defensive again to cover off the driver behind me. As we go through the start finish straight area, I use my boost here. I thought I was close enough to go for the move, but I just was a bit far back. However though, I actually get a really good exit, but he just has that boost and is able to overtake me. But he gets a really bad exit because he just went wide a bit, and I just go for the dive bomb here. I managed to get it done, and I'll break him. Now there's a cadet ahead of me who I nearly go into the wall for the 2nd time, but these cadets have actually slowed these guys ahead of me down, so now it's a bit easier to catch them as I'm already on the back of this driver, but he uses the boost and gets away. So I'm using the boost a lot going down the ramp, and it's catching a lot of people off guard. On to the next lap, I'm right behind this driver, and I use my boost button and I just send it down the inside, and I managed to get the overtake done. However though, I have to go defensive to the inside to block him from going all the way around, which I managed to do. Now coming on to the next couple of laps, I managed to catch up to first place. Now this was the driver who spun me out, and now during the race I was feeling like I wanted to get revenge. So I go to the same place where I spun and managed to overtake him there. However though, it's not over there yet because he is right behind me and almost manages to overtake me. Unfortunately though, I go really wide here and he gets a much better exit and he goes down the inside. It was a late move and I didn't see it coming, and again he puts me into the barriers, which I'm really not happy about. So again, I'm going to try and overtake him this time, but this time he goes really defensive and he actually manages to hold it on. But I get a much better exit than him, but he has that boost, so I can't really do much about it. I just have to hang on for another lap. Now this time, hopefully I can overtake him. I use the boost, but he goes defensive and manages to hold it on. And now I have to stay behind him for another lap. Unfortunately, I hit the back of his car, which actually slows my top speed down for this straight. But my cornering was much better than his and I managed to close up. So hopefully this time we can try and overtake him. So as we go through turn 1, it's kept it nice and tidy. Here we're going to go for the move, and we actually managed to get it done. We overtake him, and now this time I go really defensive and hope he doesn't come back and overtake me. I cover the inside off and go ultra defensive going up to this final corner and hold it on, and now I'm up into first place. Now for the next couple of laps, it goes to yellow lights and I actually managed to win the race. I didn't have much time left for the end of the race, but I still managed to get P1 and nearly lap the people behind me. It was a bit unfortunate that I didn't, but it was a really good race, and unfortunately now I know that some people aren't as careful as I thought they were with dive bombs, but I managed to secure the win and get P1, which I'm really pleased about after not being there for a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and maybe very soon in the summer we will be driving in an outdoor kart, so please make sure to be there for that. And yes, I guess I'll catch you guys next time because this was epic.